Hey guys, Bree here from MichowaCrochet, and guess who got lucky at the thrift store? Stay tuned. Welcome back to MichowaCrochet, or welcome for the first time if you're finding me for the first time. If you've been here for a minute though, you know that my husband's having surgery in a couple days, and we both love to go to the thrift store. So at the thrift store, like when I go in, I am like looking for where the crafting stuff is, because it's a great way to like pick up like something that like maybe you've been wanting to try, or maybe you just don't have one. Like maybe you don't have a good yarn winder. You know, it's a great way to pick one up so that, you know, to get you started, you know, and give you an idea if maybe like a certain product is something you may or may not like without having to pay full price for it. So I love the thrift store. I mean that, and I mean, can you really ever have too many crochet hooks? I don't think so. You know, I like picking them up because I mean, like if I get an opportunity to teach somebody to crochet, then I can just give them a hook, you know, or like sometimes, you know, they break. Or like if you're wanting to work with like metal wire, they get torn up and then they're not so smooth anymore. Like who can have too many? I don't know who they are because I've never met them. Anywho though, I was at the thrift store the other day, you know, for like I said, last hurrah, and I found something that I was like, huh, I've always kind of wanted to try one, but they're kind of expensive. So let me just give you kind of where this kind of started. So in November-ish, I was talking about, like, I was telling my husband that I'd really like to have a set, possibly, or at least try out the light up crochet hooks. Now, I thought at the time that, you know, because I kept seeing like the individual ones, the idea of the cost of paying for each individual like light up hook, and I mean, that would add up quick. That kind of led me to like looking at alternatives. And the alternative I found was like a set of hooks, and it was kind of like the interchangeable ones, like if you saw a couple of videos back that I got, but these were for light up hooks. Like you have your handle, you have like a clear like plastic like hook head, and then you just put whatever size you want, you screw it into the handle, and then away you go. And they light up, you know, they're rechargeable, and I liked that idea. You know, but the problem was, like, I don't know if I'm going to like that style hook. I don't normally work with plastic hooks. You know, I'm usually, you know, I'm more of a metal, you know, hook girly. So I wasn't real keen on that idea. Then my husband, when I was doing my advent calendar last year, like, I have a whole playlist if you're interested in those on my channel. He came up with this alternative that was perfect. I'm going to show that to you before I show you, you know, what we're getting into today. So this is like a flashlight you can like wear around your neck. It's very flexible and it stays nice in whatever pose you put it into. I love this thing. Great for if like I want to sit on my porch and crochet, where like, but I don't want all the lights on because I don't want to be on display in front of my neighbors, you know, or I mean in the car. I mean, just in the house, if, you know, low lighting, maybe you're trying to, somebody else is like resting, but it's got, you know, flashlights on each side. It's got low, medium, and then it's got high beams, and they turn off, and you can use them independently of each other too, which is nice. I really like this. It's soft and flexible, and even though I have a thick neck, it still fits around my neck great. It doesn't rub. It's got a little cushion. He found this on Amazon, rechargeable with like your cell phone, with at least my cell phone charger. I love this thing, but I've still been a bit curious about the light up crochet hooks. So when I was at the thrift store and I saw one, I thought, I need that. I need to get my hands on that. So I snagged it. So it seems to be brand new, still in the package. I paid $2.99 for it. It's the crochet light, and the tab is still in place. So I have not even opened this. I haven't done anything more than purchased it, brought it home. And this one here, it says it takes, the batteries are included with this one, and it looks like they're kind of like watch batteries or button batteries, depending on who you are and what you call them. So I thought maybe I would give this a try and you know, just see how I feel about it. So I thought today, let's talk about that. That was a long story to get where we are today. So this is also, I was drawn to this too because I feel like an eye hook, your 5.5 eye hook is like a go-to for me. Like I feel like a lot of things I make require an eye, or sometimes, you know, one hook smaller. But I use the eye hook a lot. So if I was actually going to purchase one full price just to try them out, this is the one I would have chosen because I feel like my eye hook is the one I use the most. So I don't know if this is going to work. Let's find out though. I'm going to go ahead and open it now. But for $2.99, and I'm going to peel this back because I'm a little curious how much it sold for originally. So we have a Hobby Lobby tag. And this was originally, it looks like $5.59. $5.59. So, I mean, for $2.99, I got it, you know, a little more than half price, but I still feel like that's a pretty decent win at the thrift store. So let me pop this out. We'll see if it lights up. It should light up. I mean, all right, I got it out. Oh, it's got an on-off switch right there. Open and close to the battery compartments. Batteries look like they should be fine. Just little, like I said, the little like button batteries. All right, let's pull the little tab out. Okay, set that aside. All right. Now, it is a bit rough here, like some of the rubber's hanging off. So I might just pull that off there. But it looks pretty good. Hook head seems to be smooth. It's like kind of like a tapered, kind of more like a boy instead of like a Susan Bates type. So for the big reveal, let's see if it works. It doesn't work. Oh, that's disappointing. All right. Well, for the win, my husband was able to take it apart and the batteries were corroded and he was able to fix it. So let's have a little redo after our close to fail. Da-da-da! It lights up. Now, it is about as bright as I expected. So I did turn the light off in my room here. I mean, it's not super dark. It's still in the middle of the day. But, I mean, you can see there's definitely a difference, and it glows pretty well. Now, is it smooth enough to work with? I don't know. I did grab a ball of yarn. I'm going to work up a few stitches, and we'll just kind of see what I think about it. Alright, so I worked up just a couple rows of like 5 stitches. It looks alright. I don't think I'll ever quite get used to working with like plastic hooks. They're squeaky. There's more drag, which you would think it'd be less because plastic's so smooth, but it just doesn't move as nicely, and it's just, yeah. I like the idea of the light up hook, and this isn't like crazy bright. So it'd be like, I feel like I could like crochet going down the road when my husband's driving, and it's not going to be like a major distraction. And I think this would be great in like somewhere you just have low light. Like I have my lights turned off in my room right now, you know, just so I could show this a little better. I think it'd be fine there. But I mean, it's definitely not like a flashlight. I mean, I have to get fairly close to my hand before you're really seeing any kind of like brightness on my hand. So I mean, I'm glad I didn't spend a big deal of money on it. I think it's okay, but it's a product that's not for me. It's not for me. I wouldn't recommend it. I personally just think this way better. Around the neck, I mean, you could have it a little bit bright, you know, you can have them both on low, both on medium. If you just need a little bit more, you could put the one on high, this still over on medium, have both of them on high. I like this better. This, I think, would be more distracting in a car. So this would be better in a car. Like, if you're somewhere you don't want to be disturbing anybody, distracting anybody, I think this would be a little better because this is a lot brighter. But I would rather have something that's a little bit distracting because, I mean, just because it fits my lifestyle better. I'm not typically traveling long distances in the middle of the night where I would use this in a car. This is great for me because in my house it would work fine, you know, while I'm watching a movie, my husband's sleeping, you know, I'm working in bed on a project, or like sitting on my porch. My lifestyle, this fits better. If you're somebody who was like crocheting on the road in the dark, this might be better as long as you can get past the squeaking. So that's just kind of my review on this. I personally am glad I didn't spend a bunch of money on these. And I mean, I'm assuming if you buy them brand new in a store, like, you wouldn't have the corrosion and stuff. I did mine. I mean, I don't know how long the person who had it before had it just sitting around, batteries corroding. So that's my thoughts on that. This is better for my lifestyle. It would be my choice. Thank you guys for tuning in. On the day that this video is posted, that means my husband had surgery the day before, and maybe he even is home by this point. That would be great. Like, if you're seeing this video and noon on Wednesday, that'd be the day after surgery, that hopefully we're at home, he's resting, and he's comfortable, and his pain is very minimal. So, till next week though, take care.